We'll turn now to the different kinds of microphones, and I'll begin with the wireless headsets. One of them is kept here. The only reason that I set it up on top of the cabinet is it keeps the wire from getting tangled up. It's worn like this over the ears. The back adjusts to be the right size for the back of one's head. And the microphone should be placed out from the face, not in front, not like this, but out from the face. It's a microphone that subtracts the ambient noise in the room and pretty much only picks up the person it's nearest. And it has a power pack. I wear this power pack in my left pocket. The reason I put it there is that when I push the mute button forward, it's on, and when I pull it back, it's off. And since I keep it in the same pocket all the time, I don't get confused. It's turned on by being opened. Just pull the front open, holding on both sides, and hold down the on-off switch for 1 second. It boots up and tells you what the battery level is. And if the battery indicator does not read 3, then I change the batteries. These are rechargeable interloops, and their charger is here on the wall. Take 2 of these out. A pair, either the left 2 or the right 2. Put 2 more in. Place these in the charger. This set is flashing, they're charging. This set is not, they're ready to go. And this now reads 3.
Go. So it's all full. Okay.
That'll last a morning if you turn the microphone off between services. It'll last out the morning. I've never tested to see how low this can get, because when this happens during a service, you start getting the microphone cutting out and back in, making all kinds of noise, very unpleasant. So I just change them every time. Our musician has another of these Sennheiser headset mics in the organ bench, which he uses during service. Now I will go to the handheld wireless mic, the one that we pass around on Sunday morning. And since it usually lives here, I'm guessing that I didn't put it away Sunday morning. It works best when held like this.
Against your chin.
There's a reason for this, and that is that people are so variable in the way they use microphones. Some say they don't need a microphone and hold it like this. That might be okay. But others say that they know how to use a microphone and use it like this and get nothing but distortion. You don't speak directly into microphones, you speak over them. Okay. And that keeps the popping sounds from happening. And so this microphone works very well and is placed against the chin. It's turned on by holding the power button, the one with that little circle and slash, for 1 second. It's off. And again, 1 second, and it's on. It will give, after a moment, a battery level indicator. This one does not use rechargeables. This one uses AA's. This microphone drops out when the voltage goes down just a little. So we keep fresh AA's in it. They usually last 2 or 3 months, including all the events that we do and Sunday mornings and everything. They last quite a while. The reason we differentiate the batteries is these interloops, which are nickel metal hydride, and most lithium batteries too, are 1.2 volts in the AA size, and the alkaline batteries are 1.5. the alkaline come down in a gradual way from 1.5 and eventually cross 1.2 and 1.1. The antelopes are pretty steadily at 1.2, and 1.2 is apparently insufficient to power this handheld mic. And so they just don't work reliably in here at all. Before we get to the other microphones, we ought to tell you the arcane secrets of the PA system. This is the box. It contains double A's, ready for the handheld, a couple of extra wired mics, some 9-volt batteries, another charger for the rechargeables, a couple of cables, and the manuals for the PA system. That last, of course, is very critical. There are things about the PA system, like how to use the digital recording equipment in there, that I have never mastered, and I don't know how to run the television camera. That's our television camera, and it points at the altar and stage. Let's talk about the pulpit microphone and the altar mic. The pulpit microphone is cardioid, which means that it hears less that direction than this direction. You have to be that close over there to sound as loud as you do this far over here. So it picks up an area. You don't have to adjust it to each person. This will pick up most any person. It needs to be put far enough back that the Bible doesn't smack it every time it moves. And it has a sign on it that says, please don't handle the microphone, don't move it, and for heaven's sake, don't do this. Which is damaging to microphones, speakers, and everything else. So this, again, is a system designed to crispify, to clarify speech, not to be overwhelmingly loud. And that microphone is plugged in to a box in the floor right below this covering, which is just keeping us from tripping over the wire. And we'll see a box just like that over here, also kept under a carpet during worship. And this box has in it right now the altar microphone, which is an unusual kind of microphone. This is called a pressure zone mic, and we place it about here on the altar, and it picks up. Pressure zone microphones were created to work inside boxes and situations where they needed to take echo out of speech. It picks up everything on this side of it and almost nothing on the other side. They were developed to put inside pianos, and it allows this whole area to be pretty live so that there's no need to pay any attention to it. And if the preacher comes up here to celebrate, they do not keep wearing the headset. This microphone is perfectly sufficient. We also have wired microphones. Ours are all Shure cardioids, not unlike the wireless handheld. We have a number of microphones now, and they plug into these boxes. So look at the floor box, and one of the things you'll discover is each of these inputs is labeled. Those labels are the channels that will control them on the soundboard.
So they correspond to the sliders on the soundboard.
Exactly. And this is Peter Goodman's guitar box that allows you to plug a high impedance guitar into a low impedance sound system. And if wires come out of here, they come out like that.
So people don't fall in.
That's what the flap is for. The line array speakers are these, which are, by the way, movable. They're on each side of the altar. So these are the line array speakers that deliver sound fairly evenly over the room. And they are controlled by a master amplification switch, volume control, right here. And when you press in on this switch, it lights up. As you turn this up, they change color, and you need 3 lights to be on and the 4th one at the alternate color. That's the proper setting for the master. That controls both line array speakers. There's one other speaker we need to mention, which we added after the fact. It's not of nearly the same quality, and it's not pointed quite where it goes. This speaker is because the choir can't hear with the normal PA system, and it would be better if it pointed directly at the choir, but it's working fairly well. Its volume level is already set. At the level it's set, it doesn't interfere, doesn't feed back, and we've had good results. There are also speakers in the courtyard and in the office and vesting room. And we'll go now to the control for the speakers in the courtyard. The courtyard. Did we already mention that there are speakers in the library, the main office, and also in the vesting room, and as well. And they're the very same kind as in the courtyard outside. And the one in here is one in each room is controlled by a biamp panel just like this. Also, I would like to talk about the hard of hearing assist units. This is one of those units. They remind me of transistor radios in my childhood. Oddly, the cord comes out of the top. It goes like this on your ear. That makes it very difficult for people to figure out how they work. But once you figure it out, they fit quite well. And then you turn the roller switch on the top on, and the panel comes alive. If it reads E and the battery is sufficiently charged, that's all it takes. And the on switch is also a volume control and can be turned up as loud as you like. If this is not set on E, then you press the seek button until it finds channel E. And that's actually all there is to these. As long as people are using the microphone, these work quite well. They have to be recharged, and there is, right next to the PA cabinet, there is a cabinet with foam that these sit in and cords that plug into their side to recharge them. Every Sunday morning, 2 or 3 of these have to be in a small basket on the usher's table, sufficiently charged for people to pick up. And that's it.